I'm Brienne Galley from ASCAP's marketing department, and I'm here with platinum producer Amadeus. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
I'm having a great time.
That's great. And so you took part in our R&B feedback panel earlier today.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
It was great. Something that I've never done before. So they had different panelists, well, not panelists, but attendees display songs that they've either written or produced. And it was pretty cool. And we kind of just gave them our honest feedback of, you know, what we can do to make the song, what they can do to make the song better. And it was great. It was great.
You are Trey Songz' drummer.
Yes.
How did you meet Trey Songz and get that gig?
Man, we were in the studio together. I was actually producing a song with him and Mike Jones. And he, you know, laid his vocals, and you know, we all loved the song. And I was just like, man, you know, I play drums, right? And he's like, you don't play no drums? I said, man, I play drums. Like, this is how I started as a producer. You know, so we kind of went back and forth, joked. They kind of joked on me a little bit. And I just kind of mentioned, I said, you know, a year from now, in regards to where you're going musically, you're going to need a band. You know, as an R&B singer, you know, just a live band just takes your music to the next level, especially with singing. And I got a call a year later from his manager asking me, was I ready to put the band together? And I wasn't, because I've never put a band together before. But I had a group of fellow musicians who believed in me and felt like I can do the job. And I became his music director and drummer. So here we are, 8 years later.
Here you are.
You know, I've been able to tour the world with Trey Songz.
And so you've also produced so many incredible artists. What's your approach to producing?
I love creating music off of feeling. I've never, you know, chased any charts. I never chased or tried to create music based off of something working or something becoming the #1 record. I just create it totally off of feeling, you know. And at the end of the day, if I can feel it, I could convince you to feel it. When you express yourself and you kind of give the people the real you know, they gravitate towards you, whether you're an artist, whether you're a producer, a songwriter. You kind of giving them your experience, your heart, your soul, so they can kind of connect with that. And then that's why you have these major artists and major producers, because they're really being truthful to who they are, you know, creatively, and that's something that I stand by.
You've also written music for TV and video games.
Yeah, yeah.
How did you get into that, and how is that different from your other work?
Oh, it's very, very different. I had the opportunity to produce and score music for Monday Night Football with ESPN. And I also produced the theme song for ESPN First Take. And it was funny how that came about. I was actually sitting at lunch with the music supervisors, because I went to speak at a college, and it just kind of mentioned that they were working on it, and I'm like, well, hey, who's producing the track? And they was just like, I don't know. And I was like, well, let me produce the track. But it's cool because they kind of have a vision of what they're looking for musically. And it's easier for me as a producer because they're telling me what they want. Hey, we want something upbeat, we want something aggressive, you know, we want something melodic, we want something, or, you know, that has a live instrumentation. So they're telling me what they want, and I can just kind of take that and go and create that.
All right, and now I have to ask, how did the name Amadeus come to you?
Good question. Mozart, he was a really silly dude, very a class clown, very silly, very talented, and he loved women. So you put those three things together, and I was like, hey, man, we got a lot of things in common. A friend of mine was like, Amadeus. And at first, I didn't like it. I was just a little, you know, it just didn't really do it for me. But I tried it, and I heard people kind of started calling me, hey, Amadeus, what's up, Amadeus? And it had a nice little ring to it.
Rolls off the tongue nicely.
Yeah, and then as time went on, I you know, developed a great appreciation for the name, and later on I actually learned that it means loves God. And I'm very spiritual, so it's just all, you know, tied in. Crazy musician, loves women, and loves God. So it all kind of made sense for me.